So from Thursday, we'll be starting with joint stock companies. Did anyone read about the frauds of cooperative societies? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you come to know, Yashika?
Ma'am, I have read the cases like in
Hmm.
Adampur, a multi-purpose agriculture cooperative society has in April was came we came to know that first that it was 3 crore scam, but then after audits and all, it became to 6 crore, 8.5 crore, wherein 6.5 crore was only fraud loaning.
Okay. Anyone else who about any of the frauds of cooperative societies?
And ma'am, in Pune, one of the credit cooperative society, 3 staff members were arrested in involvement of fraud of 6.78 crores.
And what do you say about this then? Is everyone able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read it? That is what I meant. If you have to just read the news articles for that. Housing Society chairman arrested in alleged 223 crore scam in Jammu and Kashmir. Just a second, students. So this was only the case where I could just show you only of so this is a 4,000 crore cooperative group housing society scam. So if you start finding on the news on the website, you will find number of cases, even the frauds they are related with the housing cooperative, producer cooperative. They are just duping even the producers, these producers cooperative, the marketing cooperatives, and even in the housing sector, सबसे ज़्यादा just I'll just show you also.
Ma'am, one Adarsh Credit Cooperative Society involving that Mukesh Modi, they have done 9,000 crore scandal.
See, are you finding it along? So you can always, if you want to ever share your screen, आपको लगता है कि that it is not possible for you to jot it down, you can just have a entire that is the web page is saved, and then you can show it, share your screen online. That is what you can see. 83,000 complaints of fraud received by cooperative society. A lot of say people from credit cooperative society. Okay, others cooperative. That is what I was talking about. So, see, purchased fabric worth rupees 225 for suits, and this was the explanation given by the accused in Adarsh Credit Cooperative Society. You can all read this. How do they do it? Sometimes they don't give the papers, or sometimes they give loans without collateral. Sometimes even they give loans only to their members in between. That is See, you will keep reading 8.5 crore, 365 crores. So this is a completely ED attaches the over 365 crore assets in cooperative societies. So they are filthy rich. It's not that these cooperative societies don't have it. And I want you to just read and make a note of all this. Okay. So very quickly we'll do it. So you can just ask me your doubts. So explain the concept of mutual agency in partnership with a suitable example. Yes. Did you all do these worksheets in your registers? They're all question answers. They're not. When you're reading the features of. Should I explain? What should I do? Please help students.
Sir, I have doubted code.
So when you get your paper, it's only these type of questions which will be asked. So I'll just very quickly, I'll just talk about it so that you have an idea what to write in these answers. Please write these answers, complete these worksheets and send me. Explain the concept of mutual agency. Mutual agency with suitable example. You can just make your own example that in case there is a partnership between A, B, C, then if C does any contract or signs a contract or places an order somewhere, then he makes A and B are liable for the activities which are done by C. This is called mutual agency because in partnership, every partner holds dual position, that is of an agent as well as an principal. When he's acting for others, that means he's acting as an agent for others, and others are acting as principal, and vice versa. Clear? Compare the status of a minor in a joint Hindu family with that of partnership. So, in a HUF, what happens? The minor, whenever he takes birth, he becomes automatically a member of a HUF. But whereas in a partnership firm, he can be admitted only to the benefits of a partnership firm, and he has the advantage of choosing in order between whether he wants to become a partner in a partnership firm or not on attaining the age of 18. So that is, he has to give a public notice howsoever he plans, and if he fails to do that, it will be presumed that he is a partner in a partnership firm. Now, individual proprietor is the supreme judge of all matters pertaining to his business. When I say individual proprietor, you should know it is just a little question has been concocted. It is a sole proprietorship. Supreme judge of all matters means he's the only one who is managing the business. So he is the one who takes all the decisions in a sole proprietorship. So you have to always consider what is the weightage of the question, then you have to write about it. Now the question is, with the enactment of LLP Act 2008, partnership is relatively becoming unpopular form of business organization. Okay, Mohit, why is partnership becoming unpopular? What advantage LLP gives them?
Limited liability.
So why is partnership becoming unpopular? Because the people are focusing like, why should we work with the unlimited liability when we have an option with the limited liability in an LLP? So, although it's not becoming so unpopular, but yes, people are planning more for an LLP than partnership just because of this one factor. Because they have a lot of advantages of partnership here in an LLP. Along with this, they have one major feature of a company law, that is limited liability. So, this is the reason they are becoming more focused with LLP. Right?
Yes,
You have to write the entire introduction of LLP. So basically, this question is talking about that LLP takes the advantages of partnership and it takes the advantages of a corporate world also. This is what is the answer. How does Hindu Succession Act promote gender equality? By giving equal rights with the amendment of 2005. It gives equal rights to the women, that is The girls also have the right to inherit from the property of the father. Along with that, woman can be a co-partner now, and the woman can be a karta also. This is how it promotes gender equality. बट व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग 2005 की अमेंडमेंट उससे सिर्फ इनहेरिटेंस का लॉ हम बता रहे हैं दैट द गर्ल इज हैज द राइट टू इनहेरिट फ्रॉम द फादर्स प्रॉपर्टी profits do not have to be shared. Which type of business organization does it refer to?
Sole proprietor.
Sole proprietorship. Yes, Manan, Nandana, Khushi. Please, everyone. If registration is optional, why do partnership firms willingly go through this legal formality and get themselves registered?
मैम उसके कुछ बेनिफिट्स होते हैं.
So that is the reason, because otherwise he cannot sue and he can be sued by third parties. Outsiders can sue him. But if a partner himself has to sue the partnership firm or the other partners or the third parties, then he cannot sue. So, in order to take these advantages, it is better to get it registered. Despite limitations of size and resources, many people continue to prefer sole proprietorship over other forms of organizations. So, what are you writing?
मैम
Despite
इसमें फीचर्स लिखने हैं, इसके मेरिट्स लिखने हैं.
merits, we have to write only the merits of sole proprietorship. Ki, even though there are a number of limitations, but these are the advantages because of which the people prefer sole proprietorship over other forms. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
In which form of organization a trade agreement made by one partner, that is, binding on the other partners? Yes, Khushi? Khushi?
Yes,
Question number 9. Question number 9, Khushi. Trade agreement made by one partner is binding on the other partner under which agreement? Under which feature of partnership? Had you paid attention for the first question, this is same mutual agency. Explain the feature and support your answer with the help of an example. You have to write again an example here. Right, Khushi? If one partner does work on behalf of others, he makes his act, if others are bound by the act he has done. Right?
yes, ma'am.
Now, partners by estoppel, partner by holding out, perpetual succession, and karta. Now, what are partners by estoppel? That is somebody who is, although he is not a partner in a partnership firm, but he agrees by his conduct, by his own words, that he is a partner in a partner firm. So anyone who relies on this statement on his representation and deals with the firm, then he can make this person liable as a partner by estoppel. What is holding out? Holding out is, although he has not admitted from by his words that he's going to be a partner, he's a partner in a partnership. But by when others were representing him as a partner, he did not even deny that. That means he admitted himself to be a partner before others. So if others, they deal with the partnership relying on this representation, then they can hold him liability. They can hold him liable for the debts given on that basis of representation. Clear? Anyone? Because when
Yes, ma'am,
I'm
clear.
see, students, what is the reason of these two worksheets is that till cooperative societies we are done completely. This is called, even I'm discussing worksheets, but this is called even a revision of the entire topics which we have covered. So this will put an end to all those 5 business organizations which we have done. But here, what are we Now, what is perpetual succession? Now, what is the meaning of perpetual is the only thing you have to see. Perpetual means continuous, continuity. And how does any business organization can be continuous? How can it be continuous? When it is not affected by the death, insolvency, or any of the disease of the person. So, what will happen? Sole proprietorship is not perpetual. HUF is perpetual, it is continuous. Partnership is, it depends on
मैम
the agreement.
HUF एक अलग लीगल एंटिटी हो जाएगी क्या?
No. See, there are two different factors. दो अलग features हैं. Perpetual succession is different, separate legal entity is different. Separate legal entity का status only the law gives. In partnership, it does not give it. In cooperative society, the Cooperative Societies Act 1912, it gives the status of separate legal entity. That is, the members and the business cooperative organization will be considered as two different entities, and companies are also two different entities. दोनों का मीनिंग अलग अलग है. Perpetual means continuous कैसे हो सकती है? When it is not affected by the death of the person. जैसे ही किसी की डेथ होती है तो it will come to an end. That is, it doesn't have a perpetual succession. Succession क्या होता है? If you see in maths, what happens when you read the word successor? The next person. So the next person keeps coming in, keeps coming in. Karta, who is a karta? The head of the family. When you are writing karta and it is little, maybe a 2 or a 3 marks question, how can you write it? Then you can talk about his liability. You can talk about who can be a karta in a family. A woman can be a karta. Junior most can be a karta. Otherwise, the rule is senior most, but others can be, in differing circumstances, he can be a karta. So it has to be again the weightage which has to be taken into consideration. Okay. Okay, the business assets of an organization amount to rupees 50,000, but the unpaid debts are of rupees 80,000. Now what will happen? 30,000 from where it will go?
Partners.
No, the organization is a sole proprietorship.
हाँ मैम वो
Sole proprietorship के केस में क्या होगा? What course of action do the creditors have?
मैं वो उसके पर्सनल एसेट्स लेंगे.
So that is, in this case, personal liability of the sole proprietor is there. And in case it is a partnership form with Anthony and Akbar as partners, which of the partners can the creditors approach?
मैम both.
So even both, even one of them, अगर वो एक से लेता है तो then he can claim it later from the other partner or the partnership firm. He can file a case, he can sue any one of the partners in this case. You can't force him that you should file a case against both of us. Right?
Yes.
So 12th question is similar to this fourth one, but only thing is it has been drawn, it has been written in a little different manner. Right, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So make a comparison. This I have already asked you that these are the bases of comparison which you have to write, and then it has to go like this. 1 second, students. Okay. So this is how it goes then. I already told it is basis of comparison. Here you're writing liability ke basis pe, risk ke basis pe, and then here you're writing sole proprietorship and HUF. See, I am telling you this. Why? Because this, like this, I can ask a question, even a 1 mark question. Compare sole proprietorship and HUF on 2 bases only, liability and risk. So there you will have to do it in accordance with
मैम रिस्क के बेसिस पे कैसे करेंगे?
किसका रिस्क ज्यादा है? It is same like liability only. It is same like liability. See, the entire risk in a sole proprietorship is faced by whom? The risk is with whom?
Ma'am, the
Lies
sole
on.
member.
It's same like the risk factor and the liability factor is almost same, but you have to just focus on the words. So it is sharing of profits, who shares, who contributes capital. That is how you make a comparison. Is the first one clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll just start it from behind. Please, when I have given you these mind maps, you should go through them. You should go through them. They're very, very interesting. And this is what you have to draw in your registers, which are very important. Yes. I'll just start from behind this exercise. See, I've just covered up this as well. Okay. Ankit, Balraj, and Mehul were partners in a firm. A partner named Ankit retired from the firm on this, and he gave a public notice in the newspaper of his retirement. Now, maybe this concept was not done. Let's see this. Balraj and Mehul entered into a contract with Mr. Oberoi on this date. Okay, that is after his retirement. Please pay attention, after his retirement. Due to non-payment of on the part of Balraj and Mehul, Mr. Oberoi filed a case against Ankit for the payment. Is Ankit liable to pay the debts?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Why?
And because he is already retired and he gave a public notice in the newspaper
This is
also.
important.
Ma'am, he
Yes.
was not a partner during the contract.
No, that is not important. That is not an important. वो तो mutual agency आ जाती. वो तो mutual agency आ जाती. The main thing is he has retired and he retired with a public notice. That means he intimated to the public that he has retired from this partnership firm. That means he is no longer associated with this partnership firm. Right? So it's not important that he should have entered into a contract. वहां तो हम mutual agency बोल देते. Was Ankit
नहीं
a
मैम,
partner?
मतलब वो पार्टनर नहीं था ना उस टाइम.
पार्टनर नहीं था, मगर had he not given a public notice, तो उसको he could have made liable by saying that I did not knew it, that you have retired from the partnership firm. उस basis पे he could have been sued by.
But then he gave the public notice, so here is the evidence.
Yes, that this is the main factor, Mohit. This is the main factor to be taken into consideration. See, any partner, अगर आप Okay, so let's take an example. We 3-4 students of our class, we have a partnership firm. If I'm a partner and I just leave the partnership firm without anyone's knowledge, but the people, the outside world had been dealing with the partnership firm on the basis of the knowledge that Mala is a partner here. But one fine day I leave it, and how do people come to know? And maybe they don't trust other partners, and maybe they don't want to deal with the partnership firm if I have retired or I have left the firm, I have given my resignation, or I have left any XYZ reasons. तो एक पब्लिक सब नोटिस जो है वहां यहां सबसे ज्यादा वो इंपॉर्टेंट काउंट करता है. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
5 persons enter, these are called case study students. 5 persons enter into a partnership for 7 years and agreed to share the profits and losses equally. They further agreed that if any one of them died, now this is an agreement. See, partnership आपस में partners, they can decide anything. So this is very flexible. Even one of them died before the expiry of said period, that is 7 years से पहले, anyone dies also, the others will continue the business and pay the share of profits of the deceased to the heirs of the deceased person. जो मर गया है उसके heirs को उसका share मिलता रहे. On the death of one of the partners, the survivors continued the business as it was decided. The heirs of the deceased were paid 1/5 of the share of the profits. Mr. X, the creditor, sued the heirs of the deceased in regard to a contract which was entered by the surviving partners after the death of the deceased. Now, this is a very interesting question. Pay attention, students. Now, let's take an example that it is some Mr. Okay, Mr. something, Mr. Let's take it, Mr. Oberoi passed away. Now, Mr. Oberoi passed away, and his share of the profits are being given to his family after his death. Now, Mr. X, the creditor, has sued the heirs of the deceased. Are they partners in a partnership firm?
No, ma'am.
Why? They are, yes, you're right. They are not partners in a partnership firm because one, the family is admitted only to the benefits after the death of the person, Mr. Oberoi. Here, the partnership contract was never entered between the heirs of the deceased and the surviving partners. It is just only as per the agreement that they are getting the benefits or they are getting the shares. They are not the partners. So, are the heirs liable to pay the creditor, Mr. X? No. So Mr. X has he can make the other four persons liable, not the fifth person's heirs. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kanika and Aisha are partners in a firm manufacturing ready-made garments. Recently, they approached their old friend Ankita to join them as a partner. Ankita allowed them to use her name for the benefit of the firm and also agreed to be represented as a partner. However, she said she will neither invest capital nor share profits and will not take part in the management of the firm. But she agreed to bear unlimited liability for the debts of the firm. Will Ankita be considered a partner in the firm? If yes, then how? What type of a
Yes,
partner?
ma'am. Ma'am,
What type?
nominal partner.
No, partner by estoppel.
She will neither invest nor share profits nor will take part in the management. But the benefit of the firm. Okay, so right, they are nominal partners and it is a estoppel. So it is she has allowed them to use her name only for her benefit of the firm. So she wants to be represented as a partner to the outside world when they're dealing with the outside world. So this is what is nominal partner by estoppel. You're right. What is the name of the partner who invests the money in business but does not participate in the management of the business?
Sleeping.
Sleeping partner.
What is the money used in starting a business called?
Capital.
Capital.
Okay. Ankit, Kishore, and Shivam are partners in a partnership firm manufacturing water coolers. Recently, Shivam entered into a contract with Mayank for the purchase of raw material worth rupees 10,000 without the knowledge of Ankit. Okay. So the raw material bought by Shivam was not of good quality. Is Shivam liable to make the payment or Kishore and Ankit are also liable?
Yes, ma'am.
Which feature?
Mutual
Mutual
agency.
agency.
Pankaj is running a chemist shop. I hope everyone is listening to this. When we are doing this, I'm again repeating, this is a sort of a revision being done of the entire topics we have covered. You have a test standing out of 50 marks after we finish this chapter, which goes as your unit test 1 marks. Please remember it. We will have chapter number, even if your books are there around you in your house, but then you have a test immediately after we finish this chapter. So I'll not be discussing these topics. मेरी तरफ से this discussion is over. Okay. So Bansal Medicos is the chemist shop which is run in Gandhidham market. He takes all the decisions about himself, business himself. There is no interference from others. What type of organization is this? He
Sole proprietorship.
For proprietorship.
name the proper person who manages and controls the HUF.
Karta.
Which type of
Mantra.
business organization has its existence only in India?
Joint Hindu family business.
HUF has its existence only in India. Name two conditions necessary for the formation of a HUF.
At least two members of a family and ancestral property.
So it is ancestral property has to be there, then only an HUF can come into existence. Name two systems which govern the law of inheritance in HUF.
Daya Bhaga and Mitakshara.
Okay, Mohit, you're not answering now. In which form of business profits are not shared? Yes, Nandana. Yes, Nandana. Bhavya. Bhavya.
Ma'am, sole proprietorship.
So, Bhavya, now you are only answering all of them. Ram and Sham decided to open a clothing store. They decided to name the store as Ram and Sham Apparels. Ram contributed 60% of the funds needed to establish RS Apparels. Sham contributed 40%. So, in what ratio they will share the profits?
6:4.
Did Bhavya answer this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Bhavya. Okay. Fred and Melissa decided to open a baking store. The store is named F&M Bakery. By opening a store together, Fred and Melissa are both general partners in the business. Fred and Melissa equally participate in the Philips Bhavya. They equally participate in the general partners. So that means you have to write the features of general partners. They equally participate in the Bhavya in the management of the firm. Right? The income generated by the business is
Shared.
equally shared between Fred and Melissa. The last one, Fred and Melissa are dash for any losses.
Liable.
They are
Equally.
equally liable for any losses incurred by the store. Full form of LLP? Limited Liability Partnership. Okay. The partnership which is for a particular project, it is called the partnership which has been established for only a particular project is called particular partnership. It automatically it ends automatically on the completion of the project or on the expiry of the term period. Right? When no provision is made between the partners for the duration of their partnership, such partnership is called such partnership
Will.
at will. Okay, match the columns. So one goes with yes,
Two.
yes.
Second one.
Dormant
Two.
dormant partner.
Fifth.
Okay, nominal partner.
First.
And fourth goes with third. And minor partner goes with fourth, that is who is
Fourth.
below. Okay, partnership are popular type of business because yes, all of the above, none of the above. Which one do you agree?
Ma'am, I am confused between the second and the third one. Formal requirements and legal requirements.
So there are it talks about the formalities which you have to do. Because when you see, you have to make a comparison. This is when you read about JSC, formation of JSC, you will talk about itni formalities, itni legal complications are there. So many legal provisions have been laid down, which you have to see. So formality is a general word for the provision itself. So all of
मैम
them,
तो क्या होगा?
all of the above, all of the above.
ऑल ऑफ द अबव में नन ऑफ द अबव काउंट नहीं होगा ना?
Okay, हाँ ठीक है. None of the above count नहीं होगा. Yes, you're right. D will not be counted. So all of the above should have gone at the D place, and none of the above should have come at the E place. A partnership requires just one person, two or more people, at least two co-owners, and at least one employee, at least one owner and one.
B.
So it's B. Yes, Nandana, can you do it? Mustan, can you do it? Mustan?
Yes, ma'am.
Mustan, आप इसको पढ़ के solve कर दो. The way I was reading out. So do it. Students will help you. Blanks.